All right, it is 7:43 p.m. Just made 7:44. Saturday, October 26th, 2024. I'm gonna try to make this one a short one because I've been vlogging all day and I'm just now kind of like, winding it down. And as I was thinking about, I had to, kind of like go over some of the vlogs that I did or whatever today. I wanted to see if there were any thoughts that I had left behind that I wanted to kind of like address as I close it out, because I kind of don't want to talk about it as I move forward. It's a lot that I'm doing, just kind of like in addition to just like working on myself personally, spiritually, you know, um, there's just a lot that I'm trying to pull together, a lot that I'm trying to nurture right now. And at this point, I've already kind of tended to my soil. I've already planted some of my seeds and I'm watering my seeds right now. And I don't want to taint the energy that I'm using to water my seeds by allowing certain people to, hinder that or to, I don't want them to kind of like, I don't want to use the wrong word right now, but I'm like, I don't want them to kind of like muddy it up, basically. I don't want them to ruin it, you guys. And I feel like there's so much that's going on behind my back. People seem to be really proud of the fact that they think I'm clueless about some things. And I'm like, well, when a whole group of people recruit pretty much a whole world of people, it doesn't have to be the actual whole world, but a world of people, a community, if you will. When people recruit that and everybody knows what's going on and everybody's on social media and I'm not there, it's kind of easy for somebody to come off clueless because I'm not there. I'm not in those rooms to defend myself when people are making up things about me and talking about me. I'm not, anywhere in the vicinity where those people are. I don't even know who those people are, to be honest. So I don't mind being clueless. If you really want to know the truth, I don't mind it. Because I know that the only reason that I am clueless is because there are people who fear telling me the truth. I have already done my part. I've already put on the table that I'm open to hearing whatever it is that someone has to say. If I've offended someone, that's number one. Let me know. I'm open to discussing it. I'm open to clarifying it. If there's an apology that needs to be had, it will be had. I'm not the kind of person that's so proud that I can't apologize to people. But I know that there's someone that is playing, they're playing, and you know what? I'm revisiting my voice memos at this point. This is like probably the third time I've said this today where I'm like, I actually just mentioned this on a voice memo probably like some months ago. But there's someone in particular who is, I wouldn't say instigating. I would say there's someone who is facilitating information, and they're keeping a very close eye on this situation where there's room for them. There's room for them to say, well, I know that she doesn't know these people, but I have access to these people, and then I also have access to her, but those people don't have access to her, not directly, even though I may have gotten that access without, asking, right? So it's like somebody's really just, they've created a position for themselves and they're really just trying to play their position. That's what it looks like to me. And I can't be mad at that. But when you're tearing someone down in the process of playing your position, you got to understand that eventually that energy is going to come back to you, baby. You can't, like, it's going to come back, because if you're deliberately trying to stir up some mess, and especially where you see that there could be some peace, you kind of like throw your little, whatever bibbity bobbity boo shit on there. And, you know, I be trying not to say everything, you guys. I really do. Because I'm like, I don't want to put nobody business out there like that. I don't want to do all that. But what I will say is that, whoever it is that is trying to, play this thing in their favor while playing a bunch of other people and manipulating, I'm not your parent. I don't even know you, but you're definitely out there. And there's one, there's two, there's a group somewhere. And I'm telling you to be mindful. Be mindful of your actions and what you're doing and how you're manipulating people against one another. Because that energy doesn't go anywhere. After you destroy, just know that that destructive energy, it comes back to you because it needs you to tell it where to go next. Okay? And if you send it to the wrong person and they send it back, so just be mindful what you're getting yourself into and what you've gotten yourself into. Okay? Because I know that it was a bunch of fun in the beginning. All right. It was fun to sit back and watch, your little plans and stuff like that work. I get it. I understand. And I mean, some people are like that. Some people like to sit back and destroy people and play games with, their relationships and things like that and tamper with people's lives. I can't relate. Okay. I don't know anything about that. I've never had a desire to do that. I've never had a desire to be around people that, don't really want me to be around them. I've never had a desire to do that. Okay. And I'm not counting social media because social media is social media. I'm talking about in real life. In real life, I don't deal with people, especially if I think that those people don't like me. Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm not in tune with the energy that whoever is playing this game is in tune with. All right. So that's probably one of the reasons why I seem like I'm clueless also, because it's like I don't move like that. I don't move like that. I really do consider people's feelings. I really consider people's families, their circumstances before I do anything. Unfortunately, though, because people have deliberately kept me out of the loop, I don't even know if even me putting my videos up and vlogging on a daily basis, if it's causing problems or if it's, you know what I mean? It's like, that's why I said it's better to include me so that I understand what it is that's going on. And let me rephrase that. Don't include me, but inform me. Listen, um, this and this and this happened. And, we can't, I ain't gonna put no names or whatever out there, but it's done turned into this and that's happened. And this person done went in and that's done, like, let me know so that I can, because I'm creating content for a particular reason that has nothing to do with anybody hating on me. Right now, I'm clearing energy. This is stuff that has already happened that I'm talking about. My energy is already purified and ready for the next chapter. I am not stuck in the past in any kind of way. And it's been that way for a long time. But on the outside, people are like, oh my gosh, she must be miserable. She must be so sad. She must be. And it's like, no, I'm literally I'm literally purging. And I'm doing it in a way that is fair. And I'm trying to do it in a way that's honorable to what's right, in a way that speaks to integrity as opposed to speaking to, some popularity contest. I'm trying. I'm trying to do my best to deal with the energy that was thrown at me that affected me and my family, my livelihood, and everything. All right. But I assure you this, I may not be the coolest person in the room. I may not be the richest person in the room. I may not even be the funniest person in the room or the most attractive. But there's absolutely nothing lame about me, and there's absolutely nothing pathetic about me. There's nothing sad about me. I am a strong woman. I embrace who I am. I love who I am. And yes, I'm flawed. I'm flawed like a motherfucker, but that's okay because a lot of us are. A lot of us are. Clearly, because if we weren't, the situations that I've gone through, I wouldn't have gone through. I wouldn't have been targeted because I'm being targeted by people who are flawed. So how can I judge you when I'm flawed too? You will never see me out here trying to be perfect. You will never see me out here trying to be someone that I'm not. Now, you can sit back and you can perceive it a particular way, but I know what it is in my skin. I know what's walking within my flesh. I know what my soul is saying to me because I do still have it, by the way. I'm sorry that you guys feel that way about me. I'm sorry that you felt like I wasn't good enough to be in your little groups, even though I didn't sign up for anything and I definitely wasn't trying to be a part of it. But I get it. Like, oh, let's consider this person. Oh, hell no. Totally fine. Trust me. And I'm not being sarcastic. That's 100. Okay? So I don't have a problem with letting things go. I don't have a problem with moving forward. But I do have a problem with people continuing to do the same things. I'm just being a human being. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to dismiss anybody, ignore anybody. I'm not trying to make anybody feel any particular way. I'm just being a human being. And considering what I've been through and what I've been put through and what people's clear intentions have been towards me and for me and my family, by the way, I think I have a right to speak my mind. I just decided not to speak my mind in a way that would, point the finger at someone, you know? I'm trying to be as fair as possible out here, guys. I'm not the one who came up with whatever the plan was against me, okay? But it's time to move on. We have to. Everybody has to move on. Okay? Period. There's going to always be information that I don't know about what has happened. I've even accepted that. I've already come to the conclusion that nobody will ever have my back. And I'm thankful for that lesson. You know why? Because I want to make sure I say this right. Because it's not mentally or emotionally healthy for you to believe in something that is not necessarily possible within the environment that you're in. Okay? You will be disappointed. You will set yourself up for disappointment. So, by knowing that there was an entire situation that took place that was centered around me and my family and my children, and it was centered around, humiliating us and separating us and, trying to defeat us in some type of way or whatever the case may have been, by knowing that and knowing that there was a community of people who knew what was going on, saw what was going on, watched what was going on, and not one person decided that they wanted to help us or inform us. You just watched people target innocent people? I'm not sure. I want to know who actually stepped up so that I can shake that person's hand, whether it be digitally, spiritually, or physically in person. And I want to tell that person, thank you. Thank you for considering us human beings. Thank you for not using our energy because you saw that I had a good heart and you saw that I am all about my family and, just doing what I need to do. But, it just so happens to be, have been a time when I was introduced to everyone. I was going through something in my life, but that chapter, nor does this chapter define me. I know who I am and what I'm capable of. That's how I can sit still and still be confident. That's how I can watch people hurl all those, insults and things like that at me and take that energy and use it for something else. That's how I can do that. And a lot of us have the same ability. But a lot of people are so caught up in, calling me names and, saying how, uncool I am in so many words. It's like, why does that even matter to you? So what? I'm not a part of certain worlds. So what? There are things that I don't know. But I'm out here and I'm living my life. And I'm trying to do my best. Like a lot of people are. And everybody ain't got to be the flyest, and everybody ain't got to be the best, and everybody ain't got to be the most popular and have the most money and do all of this and know all of the people. No, everybody who's like that is not the best kind of person. I believe in substance when it comes to people. And I am a person of substance. And as hurtful as it is for me to admit, I'm realizing that there are a lot of people who are not, and that's why they can't relate to what I'm talking about. That's why what I'm talking about seems boring to you. That's why what I'm talking about and what I bring up and how I address certain situations, that's why you don't have anything but criticism. Because you can't recognize substance. So what? My vocabulary isn't extensive. You can understand what I'm saying. I've gone through a lot of things and I just stayed quiet about it because I'm not really a conflict prone kind of a person, but I do believe in, finding a resolve if there's an issue, because it's such a waste of energy when people are hateful towards one another. That's energy that can be used to do something productive, whether it be, a potential collaboration or just going your separate ways and being productive. I'm grateful for this time because it's given me time to reflect on who I am as a woman and what I really want out of life. And it's given me space to realize that I never fell off track. I always stuck to my plan. My goals have always been solid. And whether I met the goal or whether I had to put it on the back burner, like a lot of different things that I've had to put on the back burner, but I haven't forgotten about them. Regardless, I'm going to continue to do my best. If I don't make a quarter, it don't matter. I'm going to continue to do my best because I know I have kids looking at me. In one way or another, I have kids and I love those kids. I love those kids. Everything and anything I've ever done has been for them. And I'm going to continue, regardless of what you all say and what you think about me. Because what you think about me is truly not my problem, you know? Now, here comes the, oh my God.